Hidden in the warm waters of the Indian Ocean, surrounded by vibrant coral reefs and dense tropical rainforest, lies one of the most mysterious islands on Earth, where no airports, hotels, roads, or tourists exist. For thousands of years, its inhabitants have lived almost completely isolated from the outside world, preserving a way of life that has remained largely untouched by modern civilization. This is North Sentinel Island, a place where curiosity reaches its limits and respect for human isolation becomes far more important than exploration itself. Located within India's Andaman Islands, North Sentinel Island covers roughly 60 square kilometers and is surrounded by white sandy beaches, shallow coral reefs, and powerful ocean currents that make approaching its shores extremely difficult. Unlike many islands that have changed dramatically through development and tourism, this remote land has remained remarkably untouched because both nature and law have protected it for generations. Its greatest mystery is not the landscape itself, but the people who continue living there beyond the reach of the modern world. The Sentinelese are one of the world's last known uncontacted indigenous peoples, and very little is known about their language, traditions, beliefs, or even their exact population because researchers have chosen to respect their isolation rather than force contact. For generations, they have made it unmistakably clear that outsiders are not welcome, often responding to approaching boats with warning arrows intended to defend their homeland. These actions are widely understood not as acts of hostility, but as efforts to protect their community, culture, and independence from an unfamiliar outside world. Over time, governments, scientists, and anthropologists recognized an important reality that the greatest danger was not necessarily to visitors, but to the Sentinelese themselves, because isolated communities possess little natural immunity to many common diseases carried unknowingly by outsiders. Illnesses such as influenza, measles, or other infections that are often manageable elsewhere could spread rapidly through the community, with devastating consequences if contact ever occurred. Even the most well-intentioned visit could unintentionally threaten an entire population that has survived in isolation for thousands of years. To protect both the islanders and anyone tempted to approach, the government of India established a strict exclusion zone around North Sentinel Island, where entering the surrounding waters without permission is prohibited by law. The policy exists not only to reduce the risk of dangerous encounters, but also to preserve the Sentinelese people's right to determine their own future without outside interference. It remains one of the strongest examples in the modern world of respecting an indigenous community's decision to remain completely isolated. Nature itself also serves as a powerful guardian because strong ocean currents, sharp coral reefs, and shallow coastal waters create natural barriers that make landing on the island extremely challenging, even for experienced sailors. Many boats cannot safely reach the shoreline, and these environmental obstacles have helped preserve both the people and the surrounding ecosystem from large-scale human activity. Together, geography and legal protection have created one of the most isolated places still existing on Earth today. Because human influence has remained so limited, North Sentinel Island has become one of the least disturbed ecosystems in the region. Tropical forests remain largely untouched and beaches continue undisturbed by development or tourism. The surrounding coral reefs support thriving marine life, while the island itself remains covered by dense vegetation that has changed very little over countless generations. It is an increasingly rare example of nature existing with minimal interference from the modern world. Many people wonder what daily life is truly like on the island, how the Sentinelese hunt for food, build shelters, create tools, teach younger generations, and preserve traditions that may stretch back thousands of years through countless generations. Those questions may never receive complete answers because respectful observation from a distance has replaced the desire to force discovery at any cost. Perhaps some mysteries deserve to remain exactly as they are, protected rather than explained. North Sentinel Island reminds humanity that exploration has limits, even in an age where technology allows people to climb the highest mountains, explore the deepest oceans, and send spacecraft beyond our own planet into the vastness of space. Despite these extraordinary achievements, there are still places where restraint, responsibility, and respect carry greater importance than satisfying curiosity. Sometimes choosing not to interfere becomes the greatest achievement of all. North Sentinel Island is not protected because of hidden monsters, buried treasure, or forgotten civilizations waiting to be discovered beneath its forests and beaches. It is protected because an indigenous community has the right to preserve its culture, protect its homeland, and decide its own future without outside influence or unwanted contact. Sometimes the greatest mystery is not something waiting to be solved, but something humanity chooses to leave peacefully undisturbed forever.